Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We created not the heavens and the earth and all between them merely in idle sport. Some of the atheists or the disbelievers, they will look around at the heavens or they look around at the planet Earth and they will get deceived by all the attractions on the planet Earth, by all the aspects of distractions and entertainment and addiction, that they will forget about the origin. And then there are others, the scientists, who will look at the heavens, they will look at the cosmos, and they will see the complicated perfection in the universe. And some of them will just say there's no such thing as God, there's no meaning to life, just enjoy every day. There's nothing, enjoy every day, make fun while the hay shines. What is it? Make hay while the sun shines, and so on. But what they don't realize or understand, that God most merciful, the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth, did not create this universe out of fun or out of sport or as a joke. This is a very, very serious matter, and part of the serious matter is to combat the evil that we are seeing, because the evil is perpetuated by the devil, and that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God most merciful, created a vicegerent. Now, a vicegerent of God is a symbol of goodness. It is the good people of the world who will be able to combat the evil. So this entire universe is a battle between the good and the evil. But it is a guarantee that truth prevails over falsehood, and that good prevails over evil, and the right prevails over wrong. That is the law of the universe. We created them not except for just ends. But most of them do not understand. The entire law of the universe is based on justice. And this is the reason why there has to be a day of judgment. Because if you open any newspaper, you will see so much injustice happening all the time. You go on any YouTube documentary or any movie that you want to see on Netflix and so on, and you look at the crime documentaries, there are so many cold cases, whether it's Jack the Ripper or so many serial killers. They're murdering women, raping them, dismembering them, and getting away scot-free. People don't know what has happened. And that is just a tip of the iceberg. All over the world, whether it's in South Africa or the African continent or elsewhere in the world, people are being killed and murdered and raped. People are committing crimes, and the victims, there seems to be no justice for the victims, and the family of those are suffering. There are other people who have been betrayed, whether it's financial transactions or business dealing and so on, and people are asking, where is the justice? And if you look at the wealthy of the wealthy, the elite of the elite, the powerful, wealthy leaders of the world, they are so wealthy and they've got so powerful business connections and political connections and legal connections that they can basically get away with murder. They have committed extrajudicial killings. They have committed warfare on innocent nations, whereby millions have died and been tortured and made homeless and so on. So many people have been raped and sodomized and so on. So the question is, where is justice? Because the celebrity lawyers will get them off scot-free. And that is why it is the law of the universe that all the criminals of the world who have committed these horrific crimes and sins, they will have to stand in front of God on a day known as the Day of Judgment. Otherwise, the whole universe is pointless. And that is why the previous verse says that God most merciful did not create this universe as a sport or as a joke, and that there is a day of judgment, and it's guaranteed to be a day of judgment. Whereas the atheists want to deny it, and the criminals of the world want to deny it, and the evolutionists want to deny it, and the Darwinians and the neo-Darwinists want to deny it. but that is their own folly, because it's a guarantee that they will face God on the day of judgment. They cannot bribe God, they cannot start negotiating with God to be sent back to earth, because all their crime will be shown to them, and that is a guarantee. And on that day, they will get the penalty that they deserve, because that is the day for the victims to get their justice. Stay well, look after yourself.